What's up, guys? It's Brian here, and today I'm bringing you guys another analysis video. And this is a set that we have been waiting 15 years for. It is the Betrayal at Cloud City, the Ultimate Collector Series, quote-unquote, playset, the new Cloud City set with all the new Cloud City figures that we've been waiting for the last 15 years, ever since the original Cloud City set came out. Set's number 75222 contains 2,812 pieces and retails for $350, which is a tad steep, and we're going to talk about the price a little bit later. And as you can see on the top of the box, the set comes with 20 minifigures, which is just a little bit shy of the Death Star and a couple more shy than the Ewok Village, which is the things you can compare this set to, is recreating scenes in a smaller playset scale, which I'm usually not the biggest fan of. The Ewok Village is my favorite Star Wars set of all time, but that was because I liked that set so much. This one, I'm still a little on the fence about. I've just seen the pictures, obviously, yesterday, like the rest of us have, or whenever this video comes out. I saw them the other day, as soon as they came out, but I didn't get around to making this video until now. Anyway, I think the details look really good. The organization confuses me a little bit, but we're going to delve into it. We're going to take a look at some of the features, as you can see on the back of the box. It's got all the scenes down at the bottom. You've got, you can see down at the bottom, the I Am Your Father scene. We've been waiting for a recreation of that for so long. Even Han being tortured is in this set. You can see all the features that it has with Luke falling down to the on the pole, I guess it is, whatever the vein is that he's on in the scene. The little hallways, just with the details that you see, the transformation to Carbonite, as well as the famous shootout scene in the dining room. And perhaps one of the most noticeable things in this set, first of all, is the vehicles. The set comes with two vehicles, one of them being a midi-scale Slave One that you can still fit a minifigure into. I think the design of the Slave One came out decent. I think it came out the best it can for the scale they were aiming for, but the cockpit just looks silly. Boba Fett looks so big in the cockpit that I think that's my only real complaint about it. Obviously, I've got the UCS Slave One, so nothing can compare to that one. But, I think it works for this scale. I just don't like, I think the cockpit is really the only part of it I don't like, but I like all the detailing on it and the colorization nonetheless. And the other vehicle build, which is probably the best part of this set detail-wise, is the Cloud Car, the Twin Pod Cloud Car. And you get two of those pilots, which we'll look at in a second. But I'm glad they went with red. The last Cloud Car set was orange when it came out, 15 years ago. But the details on this set, on this build, the cockpit, the sticker tops, even the little stud shooters, I mean, it works very well. I think it's an extremely accurate version of the Cloud Car, definitely the best we've gotten to date, considering the fact that the last one was so long ago, obviously. But this one it's just perfect, and it fits perfectly into the set. The set would not be complete without it, quite honestly. So going into a handful of the rooms and areas we've got, I'm going to start out with this one, the hallway scene, where just obviously Lando leads Han and the group through a couple hallways in Cloud City, and even just those little structures in the middle with little holograms on the inside. I believe those are probably stickers on the wall. And by the way, it looks like the set has a lot of stickers. I hope these are printed pieces, but I can't really tell from these pictures. But yeah, hopefully they're printed, at least some of them are, but it seems like there's a ton of stickers. But anyway, the detailing works very well. I really do like this hallway as just one of the little scenes. And also one of the biggest areas is the Carbonite freezing chamber, which looks like it actually has a function to make Han freeze, which is good. And actually, Just Too Good pointing this out, that they could have redesigned the Han and Carbonite mold, because he doesn't use that hairpiece anymore. They could have given him the new hairpiece on Han Solo. I think that would have made it extra cool, because this is a piece that we've gotten for many years now, and while it works very well, it doesn't match the new hairpiece that they've been using for Han Solo. So I think they should probably redesign that as just like they've redesigned the figure. But again, the room looks very good for the freezing chamber. I actually think I almost like the set better. The set that came out a couple years ago, I didn't get it, but I liked the steps, and it doesn't look like the steps are on here at all. But they obviously wanted to make the mechanism work, which is just fine. It looks good enough. And I think strangely enough, the dining room scene is one of my favorite little scenes in this set. Mostly because I just like the tan details. I like the tan details a lot. It came out really good. It's one of those strange scenes where you see Darth Vader in just an off-putting area. It's like you don't expect him to be there. That's the whole point of the scene, honestly. The windows look good. The little lanterns look good. And I think it just came out really cool. I love this little setting they put for it. But without a doubt, my favorite part of this set is the little vein where Luke and Vader duel, and obviously the big "I am your father" moment. I mean, the little doorway in the back doesn't work for me very well, but I love the use of the sand blue. I think that came out awesome. the Luke figure is the primary reason I want to get this set, but I'll delve into the figures later. But I love the use of the fencing swords and all of the different details they put in there. It looks like a mock, honestly. It looks that good, and I just think they did a very good job with how that came out. And speaking of the minifigures, I'm not going to delve into all of them. I'm just going to point out some of the ones that stood out to me and the ones that were slightly new. Obviously, the most important one in this set is the Bespin Luke, in my opinion. I mean, obviously you guys are going to go with Lando, but I'm a Luke Skywalker collector. I like the Luke minifigures a lot, and this one is just perfect. I mean, the outfit came out amazing. They're using the same dark tan hairpiece, which is great, and his alternate face is it's really cool, having his black eye with the little lines on his face next to his mouth. He's screaming no after Vader tells him he's his father. It's just a great minifigure, and honestly, if I decide not to get this set, I might just go buy this figure, and I know it's going to be a ridiculous amount of money just to get this figure, but I don't know if I want the whole set just yet, but I really, really want this Luke figure. And as for a couple of the new Cloud City regulars, we've got a Lobot. I've got the Lobot, the most recent Lobot from 2012, I believe it was. It came in the Planet set, and that minifigure is very good. This one, what it did was it accentuated the lines on his face and made them a little bolder, which I'm not sure if many other changes were made to it, quite honestly. It looks pretty much the same, but it works very well because Lobot has very defined features on his face, so I think that was a good change, good upgrade for him. The next figure is the Ugnaught, which another good upgrade. He looked very different in the minifigure form previously, so it's a good little upgrade for him. And Boba Fett here looks very similar to the one from the UCS Slave 1. He's got the arm printing too, and I'm not sure if he's entirely exclusive. Maybe it's a slight variation on the printing, but makes me a little salty because I've got the UCS Slave 1 with that exclusive Boba Fett printing. But I mean, maybe this is just a Boba Fett that's exclusive to UCS sets, which is possible. So now there's two ways to get an updated version of Boba Fett with arm printing. I still highly recommend the UCS Slave 1 to you guys. I'm looking at it right now. It's on my desk right in front of me. It's a great model. If you're looking for a first UCS set, the Slave 1's the way to go. Anyway, I digress. That's Boba Fett, and he comes in Cloud City also. And the last of the slightly more generic Bespin figures is the Cloud Car pilot, and you get two of them in this set, which is actually very surprising. I did not think that we would get two. And his helmet is really cool, and just the design of him is simple. I'm not sure if we ever see him, maybe in the background for a split second, but it's not popping into my head that we ever actually see this figure, or we see this character, rather. But he's cool. He's a cool addition to your LEGO pilot collection, if you will. And now getting back to some of the main characters, we've got Han Solo. He looks awesome with the blue jacket. The face and hair are not new. But, and as well as the legs, which I just realized now are dual molded, and that's amazing. He's got black on the bottom of his legs and brown on the upper part. They've never dual molded for Han before, and I think it works really well because his boots are, I mean, they're boots, you know, they're not just on the front. So that's very cool for Han. And next up is the new Bespin Leia. I'm not going to go into the Hoth Leia too much because we've seen her before. But, she looks very good with the dark red, and I like they're using the new robe piece for her. And the printing on that robe piece is really good with that circle pattern. I like that a lot. And obviously, the figure that the entire LEGO community has been begging for years, an updated version of Cloud City Lando. He's got his gold cape with some cool little designs on it, which I didn't know until I blew these pictures up to look at real close. Got gold on the inside, he's got his blue on the outside. His head is not any different, but the torso is what we've been really waiting for. Even though it's not that complicated of a torso, it's such an iconic figure that the original one was so expensive. So now we get this one in this set, quite obviously, and it's just, you can't have Cloud City without this Lando. And so I didn't look at every single detail of the set because I wanted to keep it short and I wanted to really focus in on a couple different areas. But I do think it's a good set. It looks a little funky, like the outline of it is really strange. But this is a set that I really did want, and I expected it to be a $500 set, because that was the rumor for a very long time, was it was going to be a big, giant $500 set. $350 is way better than that, obviously, but I'm still not sure if it's worth with the 2,800 pieces for $350. Usually a 2,800 piece set would be around $300, but $350 is a little steep. I do have some money saved up. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it towards this or to something else in the future. But so I'm not completely sure about it just yet. but I just love that it exists. Quite honestly, I love the Luke minifigure. Lando is obviously a character we've been begging for years. And Cloud City is just a set that needed a desperate upgrade. And I think it works. It really does work. But again, I'm not sure if I'm personally going to get it. I'll have to see it in person. I'll have to watch some other people's reviews because I haven't watched many other analysis videos yet. I don't even know what people are really saying about it. I watched Just Too Good's video, but I haven't seen a bunch of the other ones yet. Anyway, that's going to just about do it for this analysis video, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave me down in the comments below what's your favorite section of this set, and also, do you think you're going to get it? Is 350 too much? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys have to say on it. And be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks, guys, very much for watching. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.